I'm gonna just pull up the stream on my phone to make it easier too.
Yeah, I was watching some YouTube videos.
I'm on right now, actually.
Oh. I was watching some YouTube videos, and then they said if you're streaming, it's better to have yourself
Hey guys.
in your stream.
Yeah. All right. So, I don't know if I'll wait for people to join or.
So it looks like more.
Oh, hey.
People are in there.
How's it going, Mabuchi? So I am live in my garage, and I have some makeshift lighting set up with some work lights out here, and I got my table saw set up, and outside I have another camera, which is where I'm building an outhouse for a customer that has a camp way up in like northern Maine, and they wanted an outhouse, so I'm building one for them. They're gonna come pick it up and bring it up to their camp in Maine. So I worked on the design. You can actually see that over there. um, so you can see that design there. That is the outhouse that I put together. I drafted it up in SketchUp, and so I am working on building that. I started working on it yesterday, 2 days ago, and yesterday, and I didn't record that, but I figured I'll record it live, and I'll also have the recording, so I can always go back, edit it, and break it into a build video. But I figured at least until then, people will be able to watch this and kind of watch my progress. Yeah. That's right. That's right. It sure is. I was gonna change the title to something along those lines, but I figured I'd keep it keep it rated PG-13 or G or whatever. But anyway, um, so hey, Snowman, thumbs up. How's it going? Yeah. So I'm gonna work on building that outhouse, and I've already got the plans, so I'm going to be going off of that. I'm going to shut that off, turn that off the screen, because you won't really need to see it, but I'm going to pull it up on my laptop, which is right in front of me over here. And I got one camera here, and I got another camera out there, so you'll be able to see what's going on out there. So I'm going to turn the SketchUp sketch off, and you'll be able to see what I'm doing outside, because I have that blocked with the SketchUp here. First question, though, how is the audio and video here? Let me know if you could in the chat if this looks and sounds okay, because the lighting's not that great. You'll see back here is my saws. I'm just kind of using this as a work table, which is a table saw for, I'm using it as a work table for the miter saw, and then when I'm not using the miter saw and I'm going to use the table saw, I'll take the miter saw off, use the table saw, and switch it back and forth. It's kind of a bit of a cluster doing it that way, but it's the best way I could make use of the space I have right now. So hopefully everything looks and sounds okay. Oh, that's all right, Mabuchi. Thanks for being here. Hope you're into this sort of thing. You know, building and lumber and that sort of stuff. Yeah, Snowman. Built like an S brick house. Yes, it is. Well, we'll see, I guess. When he goes to pick it up and put it on his trailer, if it doesn't fall apart, I'm good. You had to turn your speakers up? Let me see. I'll turn the gain up on this.
It's up all the way.
Thanks. I can add gain to it though.
Oh, what's that?
You go here and you go to filters. See the gain? It says 2.0. That increases the amplification of the microphone, so we'll see if that makes any difference.
But you have to click close, I think.
No, it'll apply. It applies instantly.
Oh.
Alright, we'll see.
Well,
Is that any better?
Well, you have to apply it to the other one, don't you?
Yeah, that's outside, so I'll apply it to the other one if this one sounds okay. Build a barn, get to work. Yeah, I gotta build this outhouse first, because that's what the customer's been waiting for. So it's about time I get to it. I've had the wood milled for about a month or so now, and so I'm finally getting around to building it for him. I was gonna wait till I had better space to build it, but hey, Rye, get down. But he'd be waiting a while if I did that, so I figure I'll just get building it now. I figured I'll clean out half my garage in here, and I'll be able to work in it. I got the shop in there, which is okay for smaller projects, but for something like this, I need a little bit more room. So I can barely hear you even with my volume all the way up. Still, really? Let me try turning the gain up some more. How is that? Is that any better? I just turned the gain up from 2 to 10. So it should be 5 times louder. Is it any louder at all? Can you hear me? Is it any clearer at all? Hopefully. Here, hang on just a second. Here, you stay in the microphone and talk for a minute. I'm going to go in here and watch it.
Well, then I can't.
Yeah, you can.
Well, no, I can't read the chat.
You don't need to. Just talk for a minute. I'm reading it.
Oh. Hi. He just told me to stand from the camera and talk. I don't really know what I'm supposed to be saying or doing, so just talking, I guess.
You have to say something. I'm testing the audio.
Like,
I don't know. Just talk to me. Go back there and tell me a story or something.
I don't know.
I don't know. Tell me what you did today. Just talk about anything.
Like, you think. What did I do today? Well, I finished this game where you break into this guy's house, find a whole bunch of keys, and then you have to break into his basement. It's called Hello Neighbor. But then I realized after I got into the basement, I had to do a whole other part, and I couldn't do that unless I uninstalled the game and reinstalled it. So, yeah. Who is that? Emma, are you still out there? Yeah, that game was pretty fun. And if he got too close to you, or if he got too close to you, he would send you back to your house. Yeah.
I think it sounds okay.
Okay.
But I'm sure they'll let us know. So I'm gonna have to apply that same
Setting.
audio gain. Yeah, see, I can just leave this up here. Now I'll have I can watch that. I may have to get my charger, but
Wait.
I can leave the chat up here on my cell phone. All right. So I'm gonna apply the same filter to the audio outside. Actually, you know what? I'm not even gonna do that. If I go outside, I'll stand closer to the camera. I'll add some gain to it, but I don't want to add too much because there's a fan running out there, and that will probably become a problem. Alright, well, that should help, hopefully. So I'm going to turn off the SketchUp. So now you can see what I've done so far. So if you look there, you can see where Ryan's standing where you'd normally be sitting. So keep an eye on the chat here. Good here. Hey Mike, volume is fine on the iPhone. How you been? I've been crazy busy, yeah. I'm gonna pull the chat thing over here. Yeah, I've been pretty busy myself. Sounds good, but I have my volume all the way up. That's weird. Maybe if I stand closer to it, it's showing on my computer that
It's picking up all the way.
I mean, I could turn this up even more, but it's gonna get, I would imagine it's gonna get loud. But we'll try that. Maybe that's better? I don't know. I'm trying to make sure it doesn't go into the red too much, but... Alright. Oh, now it's louder. Okay. Yeah, I just kind of jacked it up another 50%, so hopefully that will help. Alright, so, yeah, so I've been real busy. As you can see from some of the videos this past weekend, I attempted at traveling to Birmingham, Alabama, which did not work out. Sunday was a mess, and then I worked yesterday, didn't really do anything, and then now today I'm getting back out here. So I worked a little bit on this the past couple days. You can see I got the floor done, and I got the 2 side walls framed. I am going to have to put some, I don't know what you call them, girts or whatever in between the framing, the wall studs, because I am going to use board and batten siding, so it'll give me something to nail to. Now it's louder. Awesome. Hey, Mikey Yo-Yo, how's it going? See, Farmall Fanatic, how you doing? So I'm using the microphone in this camera, and there's also another camera out there that has a microphone in it as well. So I have like a, I don't know what it is, probably 20-foot, 25-foot USB cable running from my computer, which is over here, like kind of just below the camera here, all the way to outside. So, so yeah, as you can see, I did that draft, and that's as far as I got with this. And so I'm just going to continue working on this. If you have any questions, definitely throw them in the chat. But what I'll do is while I'm working on this, I'll occasionally check the chat, see if anyone has any questions or has anything to say or share. And if Brian's going to be out here, I could always give him the phone, and he can keep an eye on it as well. Are you going to be out here?
Yeah, maybe.
Well, I'll put it here.
Actually, most likely I'll be out here because
I'll put it
for
right
some
up here.
reason my internet's not working out.
Pardon me. I don't know. Gee. I'll leave this here for you, okay? In case you decide you want. So yeah, I'm just gonna get to it. I just took some measurements of in between the walls, so I can. I mean, I have the draft for it in SketchUp, but once I get the 2 walls in, now I'm just measuring in between, so I can get the lower part of that wall that's going to go in between in the back, the rear wall, and then I'll frame the rear wall in, and then I'll put the top plates on, and then we'll go from there. So. All right. What's that? It's a pencil sharpener.
Yeah, no, that's what I just said.
Oh. So all this wood that I'm using is rough cut pine.
Oh, it's clean. Probably because I cleaned it or something.
And it's green, so it's not dry, which is not a big deal because it's going to be an outhouse.
It's going to get wet.
Well, it's going to get wet because it's going to get rained on, and I don't know, I guess if the guy has too many beers and tries to go pee and he misses, I guess that might cause a problem.
When he misses.
Alright. He didn't ask me to test it out for him before he picked it up, so I should check for him.
No, he said that he was putting all of this wood on himself.
Yeah, so he's going to put the commode in himself. I am just going to basically make a 4x4 by, I think it's going to be like 7 feet. Yeah, it's going to be about 7 feet tall. So. Let's see, first thing.
Emma, come here.
I need to get a broom. I'm trying to clean up in between cutting, so I don't make too much of a mess. Just got this depth brush. I'll use this for now. Holy cow! I left a bunch of it out here. Hey, Ryan, there's a shovel on the side of the house. Can you grab it for me? It's like a big snow shovel.
Yep.
I'm just going to use it as a dustpan. And I'm just dumping all these, this sawdust, I'm just dumping it all into the chicken's run, because as it gets wet in there, this will kind of help keep it dry. And from what I've read, you don't want to do that with all types of shaving, pine or sawdust, but pine is okay. But I guess like oak, some other sawdust isn't good for you or the animals. Thanks.
Emma, hold that in.
That's a lot of sawdust.
Hold that in. No, Emma, you're gonna break it. No, don't do that. Chicken, chicken, chicken.
Alright.
Haha, you got it.
Alright, good
Emma.
enough for now.
Let's play. Toss it over here. Yeah, toss. Yeah, I tossed it over. If you're gonna pick it up and toss it down over it with its plastic head. Okay? Starting now. Hello, what are you doing? Don't hit the car. Start now. Here you go. Oh. Don't hit the car. You can't throw it. Throw it. That's the only thing.
I saw you said it stopped the feed. Let's see. Rear wall, very funny, Mike. Yeah. Let's see. Must not be a hole in the ground latrine. No. I'm letting him do all that. So this way he can line things up the way he wants it.
You grab it. Tuck it into the picture. I touch it.
Don't see how it is going to work. Oh, Chris wants a demo. Yeah, no. I will ask the guy to send me a video of him using it after I'm done. I won't watch it, but I'll share it with you guys. I'll have him let us know how everything came out. So Chris, I'm not sure what you mean by saying if you were joking or not, but I've used an outhouse before. I don't see how it's going to work. Yeah, if there's something that I'm not aware of that you're noticing, definitely let me know. Yeah, if anyone sees something I'm doing here that I should maybe do differently, I'm definitely open to suggestions. I've never used an outhouse before myself, and I've never built one, so
You haven't?
I basically told the guy I'll build it. If you get here and you don't like it, I'll use it as a tool shed. So,
Wait,
and not that kind of tool shed.
you haven't used one at a campground?
No, not an outhouse. I've used it for like a porta potty.
No, at the
Oh, those buckets like in the ground?
well, no, those like camp thingies. So you go in it. Sometimes has like a shower. And it has
Yeah,
a
those
bunch
aren't
of salts.
outhouses.
They aren't.
No, those are bathrooms.
No, but some of them don't have like flush thingies. I don't think. But isn't an outhouse basically the same thing as a porta potty, except all the stuff stays there and not in a liquid?
I don't know. Ask the audience. Pretend it's Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. Ask the audience.
What?
It's a poopy job. No hole in the floor. Oh, yeah. Yeah, no returns. No returns, that's for sure. Hey, that noise in the background is just Ryan making noise so nobody can hear me. Now he left because he's embarrassed. Alright. I don't know if I ever mentioned these before, but I love these safety goggles. They're not safety glasses, but goggles. This is like a generic version of bugs. It's basically like a mesh, a metal mesh here, so it prevents things from flying into your eye. Very fine dust can get through, but anything like flying in your eye that might cause any damage can't. And the nice thing about this, as opposed to regular glasses, which I just realized when I put them on, is that they fog up. And I'm a big guy and I sweat a lot, which, as you know, will cause your glasses to fog up. So these are nice because I can still see. So, anywho.
Wait, how are they gonna hear you with that on?
They're not going to hear me anyway. I'm running a table saw.
Oh, wait, can you explain that?
Yeah, when I come in.
Oh,
let's see. Chris says no hole in the floor. Yeah, like I was saying, I'm going to let him do that. I think there will be an insert, so more. Yeah, I'm not sure what he's going to do for plumbing and how it's. I didn't really get into asking a lot, which I guess I probably should have, because that may affect how I frame the floor, which I already did. So when he gets here, I'll probably just have him look at it, or send him a picture of the bottom, and if he needs like it boxed in differently in the bottom, I'll just change it a little bit and I'll cut it out and frame it a little bit differently, because I know the bottom of an outhouse, when I actually was watching videos on somebody building an outhouse last night, which in hindsight I should have watched probably before I started building this one. But the way they framed the floor of it is it left a considerable opening in the bottom, not a hole, but the way it was framed, it was framed so somebody could put a pretty good sized hole there in the bottom. I don't know how he's going to be doing this, so if I have to make a change after, it won't be too much of a big deal, I don't think. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not sure how they're going to be doing it yet. I mean, I don't know if they're going to get like a composting toilet, or I don't even know if they're going to be putting a hole in the floor, or if they have other plans. But yeah, I'll definitely find out before they pick it up. So first thing I'm doing is I'm just ripping some of these things down to standard 2x4 sizes, because that's the way I based my draft on. So I'm ripping these down to 3.5 inches wide to make it so I can frame this in according to my sketch. And then I'm going to go ahead and cut them to the lengths I need, and then build the back wall. I have some boards that are long enough to do the wall studs, and then I have some boards that aren't. So the shorter boards I'll just use for the base of the wall and the top of the wall and the top plates, and then the longer boards I'll use for the wall studs. And they're not all like 100% perfect 1.5 inches thick, but that's not really going to matter too much, I don't think. 4 of these longer ones, so I'm going to get another longer board. Alright. So see. These are.
You're screaming?
Yeah, you're on camera.
Where? Oh. Hi, everyone. You're not live, though.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you are live.
So you just said hello to everyone.
Or is that the chat up over there?
It's on my phone.
Where's your phone?
Up on the lights. Look up.
Oh, God.
You might have to scroll it. For some reason, it's not automatically scrolling.
The chicken, they're asking about the chickens laying eggs.
So call them.
Can you talk from over there?
Yeah, and over there. There's
Oh.
two. I got both of these set up. Oh yeah, you guys saw Emma and Stacy. See, I'm reading all these here. Did Mike fall asleep again? No, I was going to get. I almost said it. Nope, Wahawk said it for me. He got wood. Mike, are the chickens laying yet? Chris says, hi, Stacy.
No, the chickens are not laying yet.
Nope.
Almost.
Not yet, but should be any time now. I guess I better be building a. Next thing I'll be building is a nesting box.
They might lay in the blue things though.
Alright. Oh, no, no. Alright, so I started cutting and then I realized I'm going to have dust everywhere, so I'm taking a piece of landscape cloth and covering my computer. So I'd like to minimize the dust on my computer. There. Alright. Loud. Hey, look what I made. See what I made?
What?
Sawdust. Whole bunch of it.
For the chicken.
Don't hit. They're rude.
I'm not trying to.
There you are.
I don't know if you noticed, but I was wearing hearing protection on my head, but I actually never put them over my ears.
Okay.
I just realized that as I was... I want...
Dad.
I hit myself in the foot. It didn't hurt.
Yeah. Oh my, okay. Right now, did you know that? There's a camera. There's one outside too, if you want to say. Cleaning out the dust port back here. Gets clogged up when I'm cutting green wood. Great, there's a little powder puff beetle coming out of the wood. Another reason why I want to sweep up after I cut each time.
Wait, Dad, are you using these?
I don't know.
No.
I would know if I was looking, but I'm sleeping. What is it?
Those extra cutoff pieces.
No.
Oh.
Like on there, jumping jack. Oh yeah, noise alert. I look like an Ewok. Oh, with the mask on. Computers love sawdust, dirt, and water. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, if you water them and give them water nutrition, they run better. My laptop loves chicken poop. Let's see. So, Mike, computer is like new diesels. Bert, Mike, you could put 4x4 skids under it to raise the floor 8 inches off the ground and make it easier to move. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna do that.
Oh, plane!
The plane, boss, the plane.
Yeah, there's a plane outside.
Yeah, I might end up having to when I lay it down, I'll end up probably doing that, screwing or bolting those on the bottom.
Ow.
Get the gullet, Mike. Yeah, you like that? I don't know if that's like the preferred way to clean out a dust port, but yeah, Gaston, Gaston, you caught that. I know it was funny. I realized that when I went to take everything off. I'm like, wait a minute. Stoner and Sons. I don't think the chickens like that too much. Nah, probably not. But if I told them to move out of the way, then it's not like they were going to listen to me. So it's good for them. They'll take dust bath anyway. So what's that?
Can you fix the internet?
Yeah, I will in a minute. Here, right?
Yeah, we've already told her you're alive. She never listens to any of us.
Under a bench seat, a chute 14.5 by 14.5 will fit between the joists to guide the... Ah, okay, gotcha. Paint it inside with several coats of paint or line it with sheet metal. So yeah, he's just looking for me to build the wooden kind of... I asked him, I said, you know, so essentially you just want me to build you a 4x4 shed, basically, with a door on it. And he said he was good with that and that he'll do the finishing touches or whatever it is that he needs to do to make it so he can make it. Why did they delay the flight? Thunderstorms in Philadelphia. So it's only like an hour flight from Manchester to Philadelphia. And so they basically were telling them, don't bother taking off because when you get here, you won't be able to land. They weren't, I don't know, they weren't letting people land or something because of the weather, the thunderstorms. All right, let's see. Sounds like an eventful day in the house. Alright, I'm caught up on chat. Now, just going to measure off this. Looks like we're not going to get rain, even though they thought they would.
I'm gonna go in the post play on my computer that I can't.
Did I?
Yeah.
I'm just going to...
What?
Just going to follow you. I'm trying not to get confused something. Yeah.
I'm not trying to do it all yet.
You did, you did not time.
Fine.
Might have to fix this. Hi, dear.
Can you come here for a second when you get a second?
Yeah. I'll be back.
Alright, I don't mean to do this, but like.
All right. I'm glad I measured that. It looks like I messed up one of the walls. I built one wall. Looks like a half an inch taller than the other one. But I was working late on this and in the dark, so maybe I measured something incorrectly. So I'm gonna go ahead and probably just gonna go ahead and take that other wall apart and cut the studs to the correct length, because I cut them half an inch too long on that left wall. So I'd rather go ahead and reverse what I did and fix it now than try to make up for it, and this early on in the project, so I'm just gonna go ahead and do that. Oh, bummer. Stand by. I had a 5-bar. Oh, I had nailed down good. Well, at least I will deflect some of the dust to go down instead of against my wall. Alright, so these were supposed to be 79.5 inches and not 80 inches like they are.
I did.
What's up, dude? How you feeling?
Fine.
Are you sure? Yeah, so Kyle was sick today, not feeling well, so. You sure you feel alright? If you don't, you should be laying down. I know you definitely were not feeling well earlier.
Like a scale to 1 to 10, and like 10 is bad, and then 1 is good. I guess.
1?
um,
Not so much, huh?
no, it would be like 4-ish,
So that sounds like you should be laying down then.
or maybe 3-ish.
Ah. So since you should be laying down, it's 3. On a scale from 1 to Kyle. This is that buzzsaw that I've been meaning to restore, but at least it's making a good workbench and outfeed table, right? Alright. Let's do this right the second time.
I mean, you got to walk by.
I'm not gonna hit you.
I saw that.
Wow. Did a pretty terrible job cutting these too.
What's the pieces of wood with the nails in it for?
Do you notice the missing wall?
Yeah.
I had to take it apart because this wall was off
Why?
half an inch, which is too much. See? Off that much. Which is a little too much to make up for in any other way, so.
It's
Where do I
easier to
can-
just cut it off. And
Yeah, it's just easier to take it. I mean, the nail's already in here too, so it's easy enough to take it apart and put it back together.
Well,
This wall's alright. The boards on this end are a little shorter than they should have been, but Once I put the girth in between, you'll see.
Dude, we have.
There's pictures of what they're filming in here. Basically, so when they nail the siding on, that's something to nail to.
Oh, do we have birds in the house?
No, because this is a standard siding and framing. For this, I'm going to put board and batten. And board and batten siding goes like this. I mean, there'll be wider boards, but the siding's going to go like this. And I have nothing to nail to. So I have to put boards in between them, so I know the siding can be nailed to something.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
Alright. I haven't looked at the chat in a while.
What?
I haven't looked at the chat in a while.
Oh.
I don't know if you want to check it out.
No, I'm probably just. Where are you? At it.
I don't know. Um, Come here. Here, this might just add a plate to the high side of the slope.
Yeah.
So yeah, I just saw your comment, Bert. That would have been a good idea. Adding a top plate to that side, a ½ inch thicker than the other sides. Would definitely have fixed that, but oh well. I also didn't cut the end very straight, so I was able to fix that. It won't take me long to nail it all back together now anyway. You want to go leave the rest of them, or?
Yeah. Why is it wet?
Might as well.
They've been shaving.
Because this wood isn't dry.
Wait, I think you said that before. Or a ½ inch strip on the lower side. Yeah. Stacy, get a grip on my keys. Kicking shit loud. Breaking is to a rough start. That's funny.
Oh, it'll go back together pretty quick anyway.
Will you put? Wait. Will you be putting it in a magazine rack or what?
He said, James said, he's putting in a bag. Yeah.
Doing your business. No, nowadays you'd have to put in like a cell phone charger because more people are doing that.
Looks like a lot of those went into the live stream wall. Or well, that's these pine shaving or these shaving stick together and then they fall apart so easily.
What's that?
You see how it's sticking together? All you have to do is like tap it and it goes apart. Help me someone find lighting. Maybe he's all good at night.
That'll work.
Don't worry, he wasn't while we were watching too many witnesses. Then, bro, it's live. What you see is what you get, soldier. It is what it is.
we read all of them. I did.
Oh. Yeah. Hey, right?
What?
Can you grab me a couple of nails?
I'll give you a couple of nails.
Can you grab me a couple of nails?
Yeah. It's not the red bucket. This is the bucket.
I guess if you're gonna do a crappy job on something, this is the place to do a crappy job.
They hurt.
Yeah, definitely don't drop that.
Okay.
It's like this is where we got our cars.
Yeah, I think so. Okay.
Thanks, Ryan. Let's try not dropping more.
I'll be trying to
Dropping nails in the driveway. It's not really gonna. Not gonna make your mom very happy when she has to leave for work and she's tired. Just one more. Let's add. Oh well. Good enough.
Yeah.
Hey, can you give me a hand?
With
So, like over here.
1 second.
What are you doing?
Help with what?
I'm gonna put this wall up. Can you fold it?
Yeah.
So it doesn't fall over while
I'm gonna put these nails in. These move over a little bit, I think.
you know.
It's tippy.
Yep. It won't be alright. Will it hit?
You put more down. But it'll still be a little tippy.
Should hold now. Couple more nails.
Okay.
Just since I'm kind of nailing back into the same holes, I'll won't matter in the end, but okay.
Yo, Mike. Oh, wait. Go, Mike. Go. Mike, go. Come on. Everyone, go, Mike. Go. It's done time.
Well, I'm gonna measure this again just to make sure, because all right.
Doesn't that look cool?
Now we're better. Yeah, that looks really cool.
Heading out, Mike. Catch everyone later.
Hey, see you later, Damon. This cover's going to use a pit. Run the skids along for support on firm ground. It'll also allow for a landing in the front of the door. The center of the pit is in the back half of the shed. Okay. Ben,
I don't know if I read that one.
looks like a lot of thought went into this live stream. Yeah, no. No, not really. I haven't had a whole lot of time to edit videos lately, so I figured I'll just do this one off the cuff live, and you'll get to see all the mistakes that I make.
Yeah. And you get to be here live too, and we get to talk.
Now, okay. So I'm gonna use these.
I've walked to my shoes.
For the... Huh?
I've rocked to my shoes.
You have rocks in your shoes?
Yeah.
You alright?
Yeah.
Alright, let's see. Yeah, Ben Bro, sorry, sorry I'm not more organized on my live stream, but
Or all these
so like they say, it's live.
whatever
There's
happens.
no editing. I can't cut anything out. Well, no
What?
pun intended, but yeah. Can't edit any of this video out, so you'll get what you get.
And you don't get upset.
You don't have to watch, that's okay.
Ryan?
Uh-oh.
Ryan?
Come here. What is it?
What?
What is it?
So I am going to...
I'll come in. I'm literally in the sleeping. Dinner, so I need that.
Alright, I'll be in a little bit.
So,
Thanks, buddy.
you know, this isn't the right kind of brush.
Think. I'll just get Lisa's back wall done before I go.
Okay.
Yeah, Dad, there's a thing called live editing.
Yeah.
Yeah. They usually use that on TV shows.
So I also have to make sure the thickness of the top and bottom plate is correct.
I'm not probably going.
Huh?
I'm gonna go in and eat.
Alright, well. We'll use this. So it is still off like a quarter of an inch because I just realized the top and bottom plate on this side, which I didn't really think of because it's rough cut lumber, so I don't usually think of it when I'm building something, but the thickness of the top and bottom plate on that wall are thinner than the ones on the other wall. So it is still about a quarter of an inch off. So I'm not going to worry too much about it. I don't think it's going to be a problem. Well, this one's not going to be long enough. And that one definitely won't be either. square up one side first. One. This will hopefully be long enough. Yep. Square up one side. Now I need something under the other end to hold it up. See if I missed anything. Nope. Alright, thanks for hanging out, guys. I know this isn't probably the most entertaining thing. Figured it's one way I could show kind of what I'm working on without editing video. Although I'll probably edit this at some point. There's no point in that last cut. One more. Uno, dos, tres, cuatro. Oh, chat is quiet. Refresh the screen, make sure I didn't miss anything. Alright, now we go nail it together. That's right, no nail gun. I have a 5-gallon pail of nails, and I intend on using them. do have a framing camera or two somewhere. It looks like we got one, at least one rooster from what I can tell. Alright. See, where am I at? I hope you put the walls on that thing. It gets cold in the winter. Hey Gene, how's it going? Yeah, still going at it. Well, I'm actually just wrapping it up now for tonight. It's 8 o'clock. And Kyle's not feeling great. And Stacy could use some help in the house, so I'm going to wrap this up for now, but at least I got 3 walls up. The other side is just going to get a little bit of framing on each side. Let's see. Yeah, so the other side where the door's going to go, it's going to be, the door I think is going to be about 35 inches wide. And I'm just going to be putting in a couple of extra studs on either side. And then I'm going to build a door in between, so I'm really not even putting a wall on that 4th side. It's basically just going to be where the door goes. And then I just got to do the framing for the roof, which will be really simple. The header for the above the door, and the roof. That's pretty much it. And then I gotta cut the boards for the board and batten, which I don't have cut yet. And then I actually have leftover polycarbonate clear roofing from the solar kiln build, and the guy said he wanted a clear plastic roof, so it works out good because I actually have the material for it already, so I don't even have to go buy it. But so far so good. It's coming along okay. Of course, I don't want to commit to obviously building anything too terribly structural like a house or anything like that, so this is a good project for me. It's basically just like a small shed. I have a couple other more little projects like this coming up. A dog house, a dog bed, a shed. So I got a few more of those things coming up that I'll just probably knock out before winter. Hey Northwest Sawyer, how's it going? Glad you stopped in. Uploaded another camper update. Oh, awesome. Yeah, those are coming out pretty cool. I always thought it'd be fun to restore an old camper. But yeah, so this is coming along. I'm gonna pick away at it over the next probably week or so. I'll probably let them know that I'll have it done not this weekend but the weekend after, which will buy me some time to get it completely finished and get the skids on the bottom of it, get the siding milled and put on. But the next step, I'll put the top plates on and to connect the front and everything, so I can connect the 2 front walls. I do have a little bit of a wall I have to frame in the front. It's basically just a header with a top plate and then a couple of studs on either side. That's going to be pretty easy to do. And then I'll put additional top plate on the top and then frame the roof. And then once I get the roof on, then I'll probably, once it's I guess dried in, at least with the roof over it anyway, so it's not getting rained on a regular basis, then I'll go ahead and I'll cut the lumber for the board and batten siding. Hey Bert, have a good night. So yeah, not bad. I actually think I've been on here a while now. Yeah, about an hour and a half. But yeah, I don't know what you guys think of this, but I know it's kind of probably boring watching me work and I'm not really talking to anyone. But I don't know if you guys are interested in seeing me do more of these, I might do that. Just so I have some videos out and you guys can see kind of what I'm working on and that sort of thing. It'll be hard to do any stuff too far away from the house because the internet's not great, but I do hope to soon plan on building a wireless network that'll go out into the woods a few hundred feet. So I'm looking at some hardware technology to help me do that. So that'll be cool because I always wanted to have internet, out in my yard and in the woods and stuff. 2 hours. All right, I worked for probably an hour of that. Half chit chat, half fixing mistakes. But I don't know. I guess part of learning and part of figuring this stuff out is making mistakes and figuring out how to fix them. So I did that. And yeah, considering so far so good. But anyway, yeah, I appreciate you guys hanging out. If you guys want to see me do, more live kind of building stuff, let me know. I ain't no professional, but it's fun to hang out and chat while I'm working. So anyway, I hope you all have a good night and hope you had a great weekend. And who knows, maybe I'll jump on again. I'll probably do work on this more tomorrow. If you guys are up for it, I'll jump on again and work on it some more. I'll just maybe leave everything set up out here. And so this way tomorrow I can just come out and hit start streaming and get to work. So anyway, we will talk to you soon, maybe tomorrow. Have a good night.